Ladies and gentlemen, you ever notice how the moment you stop explaining yourself, the whole world starts panicking? Chancha, they built their little stories about you, didn't they? Whispered rumors, painted lies. Oh, they loved it when you were quiet and broken. They thought they had you figured out, another lost soul they could label and laugh at. But then, you did something terrifying. You woke up. You started moving different, speaking less, shining more. You didn't scream for validation. You became the proof. Your life turned into the loudest shut the hell up anyone could imagine. And suddenly, all that trash they said looks real small next to what you've become. You didn't argue. You evolved. You didn't post a comeback. You lived one. That's the beauty of it. Your silence became the headline. Your success became their nightmare. And now every room you walk into reminds them you shut all that terrible down. You know what's funny? They mistook your silence for surrender. They thought that because you didn't clap back, didn't bark like the rest of them, you were broken. Done. But silence, real silence, it's not weakness. It's power simmering. It's a calm before the storm that no one saw coming. You were listening while they were laughing. You were learning while they were lying. Every insult, every backhanded comment, every whisper became fuel. They thought they buried you, but you were just underground, growing roots. You didn't need to prove anything to them because deep down, you knew the truth. They needed you to lose so they could feel important. Horse, but silence. Silence exposes the weak. The loudest people in the room are always the most afraid. They fill the air with noise because they can't stand to hear the sound of their own emptiness. You let the results talk. You let time unfold the story. You let karma edit the script. And when you finally moved, when you finally spoke, when your actions started roaring louder than their words, that's when they realized the mistake. You weren't silent because you were scared. You were silent because you were building something too sacred to share. You were constructing your redemption brick by brick, quietly, patiently, beautifully. And now when you walk past them, they can't even look you in the eye because your silence didn't just protect your peace. It destroyed their narrative. And you ever notice how people love you when you're beneath them? But the second you rise, suddenly, you're the villain? They cheer for your pain, clap for your breakdowns, whisper about your flaws like it's a national sport. But the moment your truth starts outshining their lies, they get nervous. Their voices crack. Their smiles fade, and their stories start falling apart. Because people don't actually hate you, they hate what you expose in them. Isn't your growth makes their comfort look pathetic. Your strength makes their weakness impossible to hide. Every step you take forward burns through their fiction like gasoline on paper, blamed. They needed you to stay broken so their lies would make sense. They built entire worlds around the version of you that they invented. The one that was small, controllable, easy to mock. And for a while you played along, didn't you? You let them believe it. You let them enjoy their delusions. But then you changed the script. You stopped reacting. You stopped explaining. You started showing up as the version of yourself they swore didn't exist. And that's when the real chaos began. Friends, they'll call you fake, arrogant, crazy, whatever makes them feel safe again. Because in their tiny little reality, your evolution is a threat. Your confidence is confrontation. Your existence, unbothered and unbroken, is proof that they were never right about you, and that drives them insane. You can see it in their eyes when they talk about you now. Presentment mixed with confusion, a desperate need to pull you back into the dirt you already escaped. They can't rewrite your story anymore, so they try to erase you from their own. But the thing about truth is, it doesn't need to shout. It doesn't beg for recognition. It just sits there, glowing, undeniable. And when it starts to shine through you, when your reality starts laughing in the face of their fiction, everything they built on lies starts collapsing under its own weight. Their hate, their gossip, their little performances, none of it works anymore. They hate you most when their lies stop working. Because it's not just your rise that hurts them. It's realizing that they never had any power over you to begin with. Funny thing about truth, it doesn't rush. It doesn't scream in defense, doesn't wave its hands begging to be believed. It just waits, silently, patiently, watching as every lie runs its course, gasping for attention. Lies are loud because they're temporary. They need noise to survive. But truth doesn't need an audience. It stands alone, calm, unshaken. That's what you became. Living, breathing truth. They said things about you, twisted your story, threw dirt on your name like it was their job. You could have fought back, shouted, exposed them, but you didn't. You knew time would handle that better than your words ever could. And oh, how time loves to reveal. You see, when truth shows up, it doesn't knock. It kicks the door open. One by one, the fake faces fall. The masks slip. The innocent ones start tripping over their own lies. And the people who swore they knew you suddenly start stuttering. Because truth has a cruel sense of humor. It lets everyone dig their own grave before shining a light on it. You didn't have to lift a finger. You just had to keep walking, keep building, keep breathing. And slowly, every false narrative started to rot in the open. They thought you were finished. They thought their lies would find you. But all they really did was build a stage for your truth to perform on. Every rumor became a spotlight. Every insult, a drumbeat. You didn't fight for your image. You became undeniable. Because real power isn't in defending yourself. It's in knowing who you are when the world gets it wrong. You knew your silence wasn't weakness. It was a weapon. You knew that truth doesn't fight. It waits. And when the waiting's over, it arrives with receipts no one can ignore. Blend. Now the same mouths that once spit venom can't form your name without choking on regret. The same eyes that rolled at your pain now watch your peace like it's magic. That's the thing about truth. It doesn't just expose others, it transforms you. It purifies you through chaos, molds you through betrayal, and then it steps into the room with you, smiling. Because when everything fake fades, all that's left standing is you evolution. That's the part they never saw coming. They thought the pain would destroy you, not redesign you. They thought betrayal would break your spirit, not sharpen your mind. Every fall you took, every scar you earned, they mistook it for defeat. But you weren't falling apart. You were mutating. You were shedding layers, burning the old skin they used to recognize, becoming something unexplainable. That's what scares them. You changed shape, You stopped reacting like the person they knew, and they didn't know how to deal with that, because people only understand you when you fit inside the version they created of you. Once you evolve beyond it, you become unpredictable, untouchable. They still talk about who you used to be, completely blind to who you've become. They miss the older version of you, the one that tolerated nonsense, the one that accepted crumbs, the one that didn't know their worth. They want that version back because that version made them comfortable. But you learned something they didn't. You learned that pain is a teacher disguised as punishment. Every loss taught you precision. Every rejection taught you patience. Every lie forced you to seek your own truth. You stopped running from the fire and started walking through it, realizing it was never there to burn you. It was there to forge you. That's what evolution is. It's chaos dressed as clarity. It's destruction wearing the mask of destiny. You start losing people, opportunities, even versions of yourself. But what's left is real. You stopped needing validation from the noise and started finding peace in your own silence. You started loving the process, even when it hurt. You became addicted to growth, not approval. And the more you evolved, the more their words lost power. They can't touch what they can't understand. And they can't destroy what no longer plays their game. Plans you didn't need to announce your transformation. It spoke for itself. You became something that doesn't beg to be seen. It demands to be felt. Every time you walk into a room, every time your energy shifts the air, they feel it, the new frequency, the new standard. Evolution is the only revenge that doesn't need witnesses. You became living proof that survival isn't enough. The mess. You ever realize how peace confuses people? They don't know what to do with someone who's no longer triggered. They throw the same shade, same insults, same bait, but you don't bite anymore. You just smile, walk past, and it drives them insane. Because once upon a time, you reacted. You argued, explained, defended, pleaded to be understood. You wanted them to see your heart, to know your intentions. But now, you've learned that peace isn't something you explain. It's something you protect. You stopped wasting energy trying to make people understand who you are and started putting that energy into becoming who you were meant to be. Palanger. They call it arrogance when you finally stop over-explaining yourself. They call it coldness when you stop giving them access to your emotions. But what they really feel is rejection, their control slipping away. You learn that every time you defend your peace, someone feels exposed, because your calm reveals their chaos. Your silence reveals their desperation, and your boundaries reveal their manipulation. That's why they start calling you distant, detached, different. But that's not distance, it's discipline. You're not ignoring them, you're prioritizing yourself. Land. You figured out that the world doesn't deserve an explanation for your peace. People who truly understand you don't need it, and the ones demanding it don't deserve it. You realize that no amount of explaining can convince someone committed to misunderstanding you. So you stopped performing. You stopped bleeding just to prove you're human. You stopped making yourself smaller to make others comfortable. That's what real growth looks like. It's quiet, it's grounded, it's unstoppable. Now when they try to drag you into chaos, you just stand there, calm, smiling, untouchable, because you know peace is power. It's the ultimate rebellion, In a world addicted to noise, you no longer chase closure from people who never intended to give it. That you don't fight for space in rooms that shrink your spirit. You've built your own, where your energy can breathe. You're not proving anything anymore. You're living proof that calm is a weapon, silence is strength, and peace. Peace is the loudest statement you'll ever make. Funny, isn't it? How the same people who tried to destroy you now have to live with the sight of your success. They used your name like a punchline, built entire conversations around your failures, and now they're choking on the irony. Because the loudest apology isn't words, it's your glow up. You didn't have to say a damn thing. Life said it for you. Every win you collect, every peaceful night you sleep through, every smile they swore you'd never have again. It's all one big I told you so written in silence. Blend they thought their betrayal would crush you, but it built you. They thought you'd beg, crawl, seek approval, but you disappeared instead and came back upgraded. That's the kind of revenge that burns slow. You didn't post your pain, you processed it. You didn't announce your plans, you executed them. You took all that chaos, all that disrespect, and turned it into discipline. You used the same energy they tried to break you with and built something they can't touch. Now they stare from the sidelines, pretending not to care, while secretly wondering how the hell you did it. But Lance, the best part? You didn't even do it for them. You did it because something inside you refused to die. You refused to let bitterness define you. You refused to let their lies become your truth. You got tired of talking about what hurt you and started working on what heals you. And while they're still stuck repeating the past, you're out here creating futures. You became the lesson they didn't expect to learn, the one that shows up in silence and never needs to say, "I told you so." That's why your success hits differently. It's not about money, fame, or attention. It's about freedom. It's about walking through the same places that once broke you and feeling absolutely nothing but peace. It's about smiling in front of the same faces that swore you wouldn't make it and realizing they can't even look you in the eye anymore. Because your growth is louder than any rumor, your peace is louder than their gossip. And your success, your beautiful, effortless success, is the loudest apology they'll never say out loud